And welcome in, everybody, to NWA Worldwide Wrestling here on the Bilskie CCW Network. Glad to have you with me. Got a couple matches here for you this afternoon on Worldwide Wrestling. All roads now leading in this month of March to the month of April for the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup Tag Team Tournament. We're going to start you off here with the U.S. Heavyweight Champion Magnum TA and his opponent Mack Jeffers here to start the program. We're going to be talking a lot about the Crockett Cup. Throughout the month of March, we'll be bringing you first-round matches in this March Madness leg of the Crockett Cup tournament leading up to April 19th, which will feature the finals. And also, we have signed the North American Heavyweight Championship match between Hacksaw Jim Duggan against Dick Slater. And, of course, Nature Boy Ric Flair will defend the World Heavyweight title against, as you see, we are in Hampton, Virginia for this edition of Worldwide Wrestling. U.S. Heavyweight Champion Magnum TA, there you see him, about to take on Mack Jeffers in this one-on-one bout. All first-round matches will be featured in the first 2 weeks of March here. And, oh, look at this. Magnum, already. Belly-to-belly suplex. Could this be it? No. Wow, Magnum TA hit that belly-to-belly suplex very, very early on here in the contest. As I mentioned, all first-round matches will be featured here in the month of March. The first match coming up, probably in the span of the next week or so, will be former World Tag Team Champions Chief Wahoo McDaniel and Mark Youngblood to face the Pacific Northwest contingent of Mean Mike Miller and Hangman Bobby Jaggers. That will be the very first match of the first round. Mack Jeffers fighting back. Oh, and a headbutt. And now Magnum picks him up again. There's the belly-to-belly. And Jeffers kicks out, much to my surprise. A little bit too early in the contest for that. I think Magnum was just kind of trying to prove to Mr. Jeffers just exactly who he's in the ring with. High back body drop by the U.S. champion, who is involved in a very bitter feud now with the Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff. I want to mention, everybody, the NWA returns to the Philadelphia Civic Center on Saturday, March 24th with an 8 p.m. bell time. In the main event, you will see Nature Boy Ric Flair defend the NWA World Heavyweight title against the man with the hands of stone, Ron Garvin. U.S. Heavyweight Championship on the line as Magnum TA defends against Nikita Koloff. You also see a match for the World Tag Team Championship as the Rock and Roll Express will challenge the Midnight Express for the World Tag Team Championship. And a special challenge match, Tully Blanchard defends the National Heavyweight Championship against Cowboy Ron Bass. That's Saturday, March 24th at the Philadelphia Civic Center. Magnum TA very physical here. Oh, and Mack Jeffers is no lightweight, as you can see. He's got some weight on him. But Magnum TA very strong upper body strength. And there's your case in point right there. Gut wrench suplex by the champ as he sends down Mack Jeffers. Now he's peppering him with those right hands. As I mentioned, Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup finals to be held on Thursday night, April 19th from the Superdome in New Orleans. And there's some power right there once again. Big scoop power body slam by Magnum. Irish whip in, look out. And here it comes again, belly-to-belly suplex. Nails him. I will say probably very confidently this one will be all for Mack Jeffers. It is your winner, the United States Heavyweight Champion, Magnum TA, on this edition of Worldwide Wrestling. We take you back to the replay. Some of the action went down earlier on in this one. So much great action coming up this year in the calendar year of 1986, and the big one coming up, again, I can't stress it enough, the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup Tag Team Tournament on the finals to be held Thursday, April 19th. Obviously, right there, looks like Jeffers was a little bit too close to the ropes. And here's the move that did in one Mack Jeffers. The belly-to-belly suplex. Nikita Koloff, beware. Magnum can hit it anywhere at any time. Your winner with that, the U.S. Heavyweight Champion, Magnum TA. And we'll be back with more on Worldwide Wrestling right after this timeout. And we are back here on NWA Worldwide Wrestling, and you see in the ring there the return of Black Bart. We have not seen him in a while here on Worldwide Wrestling or in the National Wrestling Alliance. Last time we saw him, he was affiliated with James J. Dillon, and we know that Dillon has severed all ties with all of his former charges, including Nature Boy Buddy Landell and Black Bart, and now is the executive director of Tully Blanchard Enterprises and the manager of the Four Horsemen. But Black Bart has seen fit to pursue the trophies in the NWA on his own, and he has set his sights on one Sam Houston. Snap suplex on Bill Mulkey here on Worldwide Wrestling. Drops that leg. Black Bart just a cheeseburger shy of 300 pounds. Out of the great state of Texas. And certainly as he is now, he is going to town here on Bill Mulkey. He has stated that he wants the Mid-Atlantic Championship now held by Sam Houston, and there are matches around the country that have been signed for that particular match. And a block by Randy Mulkey. Oh, look at this. Excuse me, by Bill Mulkey. They do look a great deal alike. Finds carry takeover on his much larger opponent, Bill Mulkey now. And of course, Black Bart, no small customer. He is, as I mentioned, he is a shade shy of 300 pounds himself. Bart with a snap suplex, takes him over. Leaps up, drives that elbow right to the face of Bill Mulkey here. And once again goes to town on that head. As I mentioned, on the radar, Black Bart, the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship, and Sam Houston. He has stated that he definitely wants a crack at that title. Still to come on the program, you will see Arn Anderson defend the World Television Championship against Rocky King. Some more matches to be announced for the Crockett Cup first round. 8 matches in all in that first round. The second match of the tournament will actually be, I mentioned Sam Houston, and his partner Nelson Royal will take on the contingent from the Central States area, Brad and Bart Batten, the Batten twins, the fabulous Batten twins, or I'm sorry, the sensational Batten twins, as I've been told. And Bart once again picks up Bill Mulkey, sends down his much smaller opponent. So that will be the second match in the first round. Will be Nelson Royal and Sam Houston against the Central States contingent of Brad and Bart Batten. And a swinging neck breaker from Bart. And looks like Bart is, I think he knocked himself silly there for a second. You got a guy that's this big, he's going to wear out a little bit quicker than maybe his much smaller opponent. Ooh, backbreaker, pendulum backbreaker, well executed. Scoop slam. Second turnbuckle on the inside goes Bart. Oh, there's that leg drop of his. That might well be it here. No, he gets off of him. I don't know exactly why Bart would do that, unless he wants to inflict some more punishment here for this audience here on Worldwide Wrestling, which, knowing Black Bart, that is something that he would do. Oh! Thought he was going to floor him with that elbow, but that was not to be. And a side headlock takeover. Now he goes to work on the arm. An elbow drop on that left arm. See, he's got the elbow pad on it. He may have a lingering injury. Bill Mulkey, second turnbuckle on the inside. Bart sidestepped him and nails him with that running right hand. Bart picks him up, nails him. Once again, second turnbuckle on the inside. And there's the Texas Trash Compactor. That leg drop off the second turnbuckle, and I'm going to say this will probably be it. And it is your winner, the returning Black Bart, here on Worldwide Wrestling. Again, he has set his sights on the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion, Sam Houston. And he has come back with a vengeance, as we saw the leg drop earlier in the match. There's another angle. Black Bart, very physical competitor. And I'm sure that Sam Houston's going to have all he can handle with this big man from Texas. As you saw the Texas Trash Compactor right there. And that's what did in one Bill Mulkey, your winner. And no, he does not want his hand raised by the referee. The big man from Texas, Black Bart, your winner here on Worldwide Wrestling. And we'll be back right after this timeout. All right, we're back here on Worldwide Wrestling. Coming up next, the Barbarian along with Paul Jones, #1 Paul Jones, take on George South. Want to mention to everybody the two big things coming up on our network, WWE 2K Wrestling NWA Edition Network, and here on Bilskie CCW. The big match, the big event coming up on Saturday, March 24th at the Philadelphia Civic Center, featuring Ric Flair and Ron Garvin in a rematch from Superstars on the Superstation. You'll see the World Tag Team Championship defended, the Midnight Express and the Rock and Roll Express, Magnum TA and Nikita Koloff for the U.S. title. So many big matches, and of course the big one, the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup, coming up on April 19th as we take you back to the action here on Worldwide Wrestling. And then you see there George South, and here comes the Barbarian, who just absolutely runs over George South. You talk about a physical competitor. As you see the Barbarian still with that right hand taped. He suffered an injury at the latter part of 1985, and obviously not quite healed from that yet. George South, one heck of a competitor out of the state of North Carolina. The Barbarian also will be in the Crockett Cup. His partner, Baron von Raschke. In that first round, their opponents will be the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez and the Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant. Another first round match announced there. So we have 3 matches announced. As George South takes a hike to the floor. Oh, and he gets met with a big right hand from the Barbarian, who can put you away with a lot of different maneuvers. Another guy just shy of that 300-pound mark, if not right on the 300-pound mark itself, but can fly like an eagle and has the agility of a cat. Oh, what a vicious elbow by the Barbarian. Again, it will be the team of Paul Jones's Army contingent of the Barbarian and Baron von Raschke to take on the Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant and the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez in that first round of the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup. Throughout this first round, March Madness that we're going to do leading up to the finals to be held in the Superdome in New Orleans. And oh, there is a power slam and a signature move of the Barbarian, and certainly will fly like an eagle here as he takes to the air here. And he nails South with that leg drop right off the top rope. And once again picks South up, and a shoulder breaker, well executed. Drives that fist down. I understand Paul Jones is becoming a little bit more militant in his managerial wiles. Oh, there's another power slam. Becoming a little bit more militant. He says he's creating an army. Blocked by George South. And a nice maneuver by South, taking the Barbarian down. Irish whip in. And a nice elbow planted right on the Barbarian. George South figuring a comeback here. Again, still to come, you will see the Midnight Express, the brand new World Tag Team Champions in action. I'm sure Jim Cornette will be at ringside for that. You'll also see the battle for the World Television Championship as Arn Anderson will defend against Rocky King. That all still to come. Another stiff elbow by this big monster, the Barbarian. Wow. Goes to the legs. Once again, Barbarian with a shoulder breaker, nails him with it. And Barbarian now goes to the air. You got to think he might be going for that headbutt, and there it is. You can forget about this one. If George South gets up, it'll be a miracle. No way. Once the Barbarian hits that headbutt, it is over. Your winner, the Barbarian. And we'll be back right after these words as you take a look at the replay here. And there's the headbutt. Boom. Nails him with it. Your winner, the Barbarian. We'll be back on Worldwide Wrestling right after this. Timeout. All right, there you see them, the brand new World Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Express, along with Jim Cornette. There you see them, the new champions. Beautiful Bobby decked out in a little half singlet there. New champions here, Midnight Express, going up against the Italian Stallion and Rocky Kernodle here on Worldwide Wrestling. Glad to have you along with me here. Still to come, the World Television Championship will be decided as Arn Anderson defends against Rocky King. And the Italian Stallion goes right after Beautiful Bobby. This, of course, a non-title event. As you well know, the Midnight Express won the World Tag Team Championship from the Rock and Roll Express back on February the 7th at Superstars on the Superstation from the Omni in Atlanta. What a match that was. Certainly not without controversy. There was a lot of underhanded tactics going on via the Midnight Express, using a sledgehammer at one point, using a chair. But in the end, the Rock and Roll Express tasted defeat, and you got to give it to the Midnight Express. They took it to the Rock and Roll. Oh, excuse me. The Midnight Express took it to the Rock and Roll Express. There was a bulldog maneuver by Beautiful Bobby, who goes right after the Italian Stallion. As Rocky Kernodle cheers on his partner in the corner. Rocky Kernodle, of course, the younger brother of the Pride of the USA, Don Kernodle. As the Midnight Express now make the switch. And here comes Loverboy Dennis. Midnight Express, of course, not without lack of challengers. Of course, they will be having rematches with the Rock and Roll Express. There's no question about that. Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, will be knocking at their door. America's team, Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA, of course, lined up for title shots. It is not going to be an easy road for the new champions. You can better believe that. And, of course, you can also believe that it will not be easy in the upcoming tournament in New Orleans, the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup Tag Team Tournament for the new champions, assuming they are the champions by the time they get to New Orleans. And Dennis now throws the Stallion into their corner, and now in comes Rocky Kernodle. And Dennis goes right after Rocky Kernodle, not wasting any time. Certainly wanted to thank everyone for tuning in for Superstars on the Superstation. I know it was a long time coming to get it up there, but I finally did, and certainly want to thank everybody for tuning in. It was a really great event. And now Beautiful Bobby in for the elbow, but Rocky Kernodle moved out of the way. I don't know what he was attempting there, but he kind of slammed on the brakes. Beautiful Bobby now, as you see there in that multicolored singlet. Sort of a homage to Jerry the King Lawler. Irish whip-in. High back body drop by Beautiful Bobby, who, as I've mentioned in previous broadcasts, can do offense off the top rope better than anybody, really. He's got the leg drop. Another high back body drop there. He's got that flying knee drop that we saw doing Ricky Morton the other night. Of course, Morton was also struck with a sledgehammer, which didn't help matters much. And there's that swinging neck breaker by Beautiful Bobby Eaton. And it looks like Kernodle's going to get the tag, but Beautiful Bobby's going to the top. Oh, and a double axe handle meets the Italian Stallion coming in. Looks like Stallion got out of the way of that elbow drop. Bobby Eaton, of course, has one of the best right hands in the profession, in the business. And I guess he felt better on it. He just offered one right hand for the Italian Stallion. Midnight Express looking awfully good here, of course. They're flying high as they're the new World Tag Team Champions. And now the switch is made, and in comes Loverboy Dennis once again. And a side Russian leg sweep by Condrey. As I mentioned, the Rock and Roll Express looking to regain the World Tag Team Championship. They felt like they went through pretty much hell and back to get the titles back from the Russians at Starrcade 86, only to have that defeat happen. Oh, Bobby Eaton pulled down the top rope and out, spills the Stallion to the floor. I'm sure Bobby Eaton is going to generously help the Stallion back in the ring. I say that with all due sarcasm, as he just hurls Stallion back in the ring. And now it is Loverboy Dennis who sends the corner to administer the right hands at the head of the Stallion. Stallion, one of the better competitors on the circuit here in Jim Crockett Promotions, but is having a tough time here. But as I said that, he is fighting back. But no, it is Loverboy Dennis, the veteran, fighting back. And he throws him over the top, only to, yep, we're going to see a high vertical suplex, and he brings him in over the top. And the tag is made, and in comes Rocky Kernodle once again. Oh, and he meets an elbow. Or excuse me, Dennis meets the elbow. Nice football tackle by the youngster Rocky Kernodle. Oh, but it is met with a clothesline from the left side by Loverboy Dennis. Just rams Kernodle into the corner, and now in comes Beautiful Bobby Eaton. The World Tag Team Champions finally winning their elusive titles on February the 7th. And Bobby Eaton with a well-executed suplex. As now it looks like he's going to try to position Rocky Kernodle out to the center of the ring, and he does. Might we see that patented flying leg drop or knee drop? It is the Alabama Jam off the top. This might well be it. No, Rocky Kernodle kicks out. Great second effort by the youngster from North Carolina. We do know that the Midnight Express puts their opponents away with the move they've been working on called the Rocket Launcher, which we did see at Superstars in the Superstation for the first time. Oh, clothesline mashes Rocky Kernodle in the corner. Irish whip is reversed. And that right clothesline, I guess, was reversed with a right hand by Loverboy Dennis. Dennis now hurls Rocky Kernodle out to the center of the ring, second turnbuckle on the inside. Nails him with that right hand between the eyes. The Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup. We are leading to that in this month of March. It is officially now March Madness here in the NWA, as all the teams, 24 teams, the best in the world, will gather for this tournament. And we are on the road to the Cup. We're getting Cup crazy here in the month of March. Midnight Express just showing them what they're made of here. Multifaceted team, tag team specialists. Have a great ground game, obviously a great high-flying game with the high-risk offensive maneuvers by Beautiful Bobby, especially with those knee drops and leg drops, the Alabama Jam off the top. And in comes Condrey again. Dennis Condrey now picks him up, slams him down. Well executed. And Condrey, oh, that face-first slam. I don't know exactly what he calls that. That unorthodox face-first slam. I think he just knocked Kernodle into the middle of next week, personally. Midnight Express here. Double teaming Rocky Kernodle. Double backdrop, nailed him with it. And now beautiful Bobby doing what he does best, going out to that top turnbuckle. And there's that flying knee drop. We saw him put Ricky Morton away after that. On the 7th of February at Superstars on the Superstation. Want to also pass along, once again, big reminder on the 24th of March. Saturday night, March 24th, the NWA returns to the Philadelphia Civic Center with an 8 o'clock bell time. In the main event, Nature Boy Ric Flair will defend the World Heavyweight title against the man with the hands of stone, Ron Garvin. World Tag Team Championship on the line as the Midnight Express defend against the Rock and Roll Express. For the U.S. Heavyweight title, Magnum TA will defend against Nikita Koloff. Oh, what a move by Rocky Kernodle. So many more matches still to come at the Civic Center in Philadelphia on Saturday, March 24th. Up and over goes Condrey. And there's that clothesline again. He just runs right into him. I don't know exactly what Condrey was planning there, but obviously it did not work. Now, beautiful Bobby back in again off the tag. Slams down Rocky Kernodle. Stomps right to the chest and drops that flying elbow. I mean, really, they could put Rocky Kernodle away at any time. There's certainly no question about that. Midnight Express, of course, flying high right now after winning the belts. But as I mentioned earlier, you can better believe that the Rock and Roll Express are hot on their trail. And a clothesline. They are keeping Kernodle in the ring, doing classic tag team strategy, just isolating one member of the team and keeping him in the ring and wearing him down. Condrey kicks him in the gut and nails him with that clubbing blow to the back of the head. And if this is what I think it is, we may actually see, yes, the rocket launcher. There it is. Nailed him with it. Oh, and the Italian Stallion broke that up. That certainly wasn't in the works. Stallion did not want to see his partner defeated, quite obviously. Referee is still down. Bobby Eaton's got a long way to fly here if he's going to go for that Alabama Jam again, or the elbow, or the knee drop. Oh, what an unorthodox flying knee drop. He twisted himself around in the air and nailed him with it. And now it is Rocky Kernodle whipping beautiful Bobby into the corner. Italian Stallion down on the floor. I don't know if he was hurt in the mix or what was going on there, but he is down on the floor. Rocky Kernodle, nobody to tag. As now it's the world champions now, just kind of picking the bones here. Oh, what a shot to the gut by Dennis Condrey. Oh, and he rakes the nails across the back. Italian Stallion now back up on the apron. Clubbing blows, double axe handles right to the back of the neck of Rocky Kernodle. Oh, man. I don't know if he got it all, but he got enough. He sent Kernodle crashing to the canvas. Sends Kernodle out. Oh, a reversal. Up and over, sunset flip. Could this be it? No. Midnight Express is going to town on Rocky Kernodle. Good grief. But a nice sunset flip attempt by Rocky Kernodle. Midnight Express going to make the switch again. Double team effort once again, and there's the flapjack we heard about. This might well be it. Dennis Condrey's leaving the ring. And that's okay, because they have won the match with the flapjack. Another maneuver in the repertoire of the new World Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Express. There's that leg drop, a thing of beauty off the top rope. Nobody does it any better than beautiful Bobby Eaton. As you see it once again. Thought it might have been in after that, but it certainly was not. Midnight Express, of course, masters of the double team offense, keeping their opponent in their corner of the ring. In the end, we saw the flapjack, and your winners, the World Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Express. And we'll be back with the Television Championship match right after this timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, and is for the World Television Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. Weighing in tonight at 220 pounds, Rocky King. And his opponent, the NWA World Television Champion from Minnesota. Weighing in tonight at 255 pounds, AA Arn Anderson. All right, one fall, 15-minute time limit, World Television Championship on the line. What an opportunity here for Rocky King to wrest the Television Championship from Arn Anderson. AA is double tough, I will say that, and Rocky King is going to have his work cut out for him. And AA now down in front now, and they run into each other, but Arn with that left hand, he has got some devastating left hands as he just delivers a right clubbing blow. Drop toe hold, and Rocky King now distancing himself from the champion, the World Television Champion Arn Anderson, who won the tournament as AA rakes the eyes. Anderson won the tournament in Greensboro, defeating Wahoo McDaniel in the finals. And what is Arn doing? Oh, man. What a move. Man, he is really trying to take out the leg of Rocky King. And now choking the man in the corner. The referee admonishing Anderson, but, well, I guess he thought better of it. Wow, what a move on the knee of Rocky King. And now Arn Anderson going after the leg. Usually it is the arms that the Andersons go after, but in this case, Anderson, being the astute wrestler that he is, if he sees an opening, he's going to take it. A snap suplex takes down Rocky King. Anderson now rakes away at the face. Oh, and he rakes away at the back. And he does it again. Scoop slam by AA. And now he goes to work on the arm. That is more the Anderson speed. Actually, it really doesn't matter the Andersons too much, as long as they take a body part and render it helpless and look for a submission, they consider that a victory. Once again, the drop toe hold. And now Anderson, the consummate technician in the ring and tactician, much like his cousin, wink wink, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, the World Heavyweight Champion. And Anderson now going back to work on that leg, the one that he really put some stress on in that corner. And in a most unorthodox move, the way he took that knee and drove it down into the canvas earlier on in the match. Oh, a spine buster. And Anderson inviting Rocky King up, but quite frankly, after a move like that, I don't know how much he has left. Anderson now. Oh, a shoulder breaker. Well executed. Goes down for the pin. Nope. Anderson gets off of him. I don't know. I think that punishment that Rocky King took on the leg, and now Anderson once again going after it. Earlier on, really cut down on this athlete's maneuverability in the ring. Rocky King, extremely quick, extremely athletic, does some prolific moves in that ring, but oh man, a snake eyes as he drops him over that top turnbuckle. if you can't really get underneath of yourself, you can't really stand up on your feet very well. And as I say that, King fights back. Rocky King now, bad wheel and all, picks him up. Oh, and he drops him. A jawbreaker type maneuver there. Oh, and a takedown. Just that quickly, Arn Anderson turns the tide of battle around, and now it's the World Television Champion with control. Knee lift right to the gut, and a double axe handle sends Rocky King down. Anderson now going to work on the arm. And he goes to work on the other arm now. You know, if I'm seeing this clear enough, looks like Arn Anderson's trying to take out all the limbs on Rocky King here. King blocks, delivers a right hand, kicks to the gut, and a swinging neck breaker, well executed by Rocky King. Dressed out in the Carolina blue. Irish whip is reversed. Anderson now throws King down in the center of the ring. And now it is Arn Anderson, the World Television Champion, who delivers a shot right to the head. Kick down in the gut, second time. And there's that left hand of his. Extremely lethal is that left hand of Arn Anderson. Just ran together that time. Oh, a jawbreaker. What a reversal by Rocky King. A counter. And a great head scissor takedown by Rocky King. He knows that this is probably one of the biggest matches of his career right now, with the World Television Championship on the line. Our main event here on Worldwide Wrestling this week. King now going to the outside, coming back in. Thought maybe he was going to go up to the top. Second turnbuckle on the inside, but he thinks better of it. He sees Arn crawling away. Oh, he stomps right to the back. You got to figure Rocky King looking for a measure of revenge here. Oh, and just that quick. Arn Anderson takes control of King as he whips him into the near corner. Anderson, I wonder if he's just playing possum here. Anderson in supreme condition, but then again, so is Rocky King. Both of these guys are in magnificent physical condition. Anderson once again with the whip. Into the corner with authority. And now it is Anderson once again with the clubbing blows. And you got to figure, at some point in this match, Anderson will put him away with just about, oh man, what a move. Another takedown. I'll tell you, he's got 1,000,001 ways to really take it to an opponent and garner an advantage. Anderson rakes away at the back again. Now, he really doesn't need to do this. He is a top-flight athlete. He really does not need to. Oh, slammed on the brakes, but Anderson comes right after him with a clothesline. Oh, Rocky King kicked out. I think Anderson thought that was it. High back body drop, nails him with it. These guys have really, they have let it all hang out in this one. Oh, and he rakes away at the face again. King blocks, fires back with a kick. That left hand again of double A. Oh, and they run together. Oh, and he kicks him right in the leg. Oh, what a drop kick by Rocky King. King now. Nope, Arn up and over. Oh, and he drops him back of the head to the canvas. Arn says that's it. He's measuring him. Arn now. Oh, if he hits this, it's over. Here comes the gourd buster. That's got to be it. The gourd buster. And that is it. Your winner. And still NWA World Television Champion, Arn Anderson. As we take a look back here, a game effort by Rocky King. as we saw some near falls in this contest. Some clubbing blows. Really, Rocky King did give it a stellar effort, but Arn Anderson, it was just too much. Anderson then hits the gourd buster right there. Boom. Face first, out go the lights for Rocky King. I'm sure Rocky King will be back another day to challenge for the TV title, but your winner with this right here, hook of the leg, the 1, 2, 3, the world television champion still is Arn Anderson. And fans, that's it this week for Worldwide Wrestling. And for all of us here, this is Bilskie saying so long, everybody. We'll see you next time on the Bilskie CCW Network.